and gentlemen, in Texas and around the world, it's the Gary Brugman Podcast. Prepare to be entertained.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode 68. I think we got that one right this time, episode 68. Man, this is the pre-election podcast. Hold on to something tight because we'll be bouncing and banging off all kinds of guardrails today. All right, there's my brother Big Daddy Roughneck. So let's get to it. What's up, man?
Hello, sir.
That was a hell of an intro, man. Where'd we get that one from?
I don't know. I felt like doing something different.
I like it. Hello, America. Hello, Texas. Welcome back to the Gary Brugman Podcast, episode number 68. A true American flat. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Again.
Please stand by while we're experiencing technical difficulties.
Bam, I'm back. How you doing?
Woo, that was quick.
A true American flat dark earth podcast. We didn't need first guardrail.
Bang.
Right off the guardrail into the other one. Look at that. What was I just saying? I said, this ain't going to work here for very long.
Yeah.
So welcome back, everybody. Hello, America. Hello, Texas. True American Flat Dark Earth Podcast, episode number 68. Pre-election episode, man. It's the pre-election episode. We got a bunch of stuff that's going to happen on Tuesday, don't we, brother?
There's a red wave coming.
A big red wave, man. Got my CAG hat on.
Hat on. I got the red on. My hometown, Long Island, baby.
Got my Warfighter tobacco t-shirt happening. Red, white, and blue. Look at that.
Ow! Well, your face is still sunburnt.
Well, but still, I'm white, so.
Okay, yeah.
Even though I'm Hispanic, I'm a white person.
You're olive.
Yes, but in the census, I'm white.
You're white Hispanic.
That's what I is. That's what I is.
Well, hi, Mr. Brugman.
What's up, brother? How you been?
Pretty good. Had a pretty good couple of days. Feeling well. How about yourself?
Good. How was Halloween?
It was not like it's been in the past. As you know, I buy tons of candy.
Right.
Last year we handed out over 1,200 pieces of candy. This year, the Roughnecks got a stash of candy for himself.
Nice.
I think we had like maybe 2/3 of what we had last year.
Oh, really?
Show up.
You had 2/3. I had two.
You had
two groups of trick-or-treaters. One was 3 little kids and the other one was like 6 kids.
When I say 2/3, I'm like 400 kids.
I was expecting, after you said that, I said, man, I ain't got no candy. So I went out and I bought like, $30 worth of candy, little bars and candies and stuff. Got
right.
Two
we
two
didn't
groups
have
of kids knocked on my door.
We didn't have many kids show up with masks, COVID masks, let's call them. Everybody had a great time, man, going house to house. The parents were still out there. And if you were nervous, you didn't go out. You missed out, though.
That's it.
My neighbor across the street, they give out full-size candy bars.
No kidding.
Dude, and the amount of kids that show up, I mean, I'm saying about 400 kids showed up, man. Imagine 400 kids getting a full-size candy bar.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money right there, brother. But let's go ahead and rattle off these sponsors real quick. But before we do that, if you're listening to us on whatever platform you're listening to, go ahead and smash the like button. Give us a 5-star rating and a short review so we can move up, especially if you're on Apple Podcasts. And if you're not, please go to Apple Podcasts and write us a review and give us 5 stars so we can move up that ratings ladder. We're trying to make Joe Rogan a number 2 podcast in America because we want to be number 1. It's pure vanity, but it's okay. We like vanity. And as usual, you're at the mercy of whatever interests me today. So I need to thank right off the bat Maximum Altitude for all your custom truck and off-road needs. Call my brother Joey Max. Maximum Altitude has a state-of-the-art shop and showroom that will floor you. All right, Maximum Altitude has been in business here in San Antonio for 27 years come January, and my brother Joey's a pioneer in custom trucks here in South Texas. So go to Maximum Altitude on Facebook and Instagram, MaximumAltitude.com, Or shit, just call my brother Joey direct, 210-655-0184. And don't worry, your wife called. She said it's okay.
And so did your mother.
That's right. That's right. Let me tell you about Old Patrol HQ. Old Patrol HQ is a Facebook, Instagram page about life in the old Border Patrol. And if you ever wonder what the life of a Border Patrol agent was like, man, you got to follow the Old Patrol HQ podcast, available wherever you listen to podcasts. He's got stories from patrol agents and from famous and not so famous patrol agents from the past. And don't forget to go to oldpatrolhq.bigcartel.com for some of the best BP merchandise around. He's got t-shirts, cups, hats, and of course, he's got the official Gary Brugman podcast t-shirt. $30. $30 will get you a t-shirt delivered to your front door. Shipping is included in that price. You can't beat that. All right. So follow Old Patrol HQ on Facebook and Instagram for some history, laughs, and a few shenanigans along the way. Because as usual, there ain't no patrol like the old patrol.
Cause there ain't no patrol like the old patrol, baby.
That's right, brother. Honor first, honor always. And of course, we need to thank, as usual, Hero Soap Company. Hero Soap Company strives to pay homage to the values that our country was founded on by our forefathers. They are a veteran-owned company, and a portion of all sales is donated back to charities that are focused on helping veterans and first responders. Each bar of soap is made in Phoenix, Arizona, and all ingredients for the soap, the clothing, are sourced from companies in the United States of America. So when you go to herosoapcompany.com and you check out their scrubs and you check out their soaps, and they have a new liquid soap out now, all right, use promo code HONOR1ST for 10% off every single order you make. That's 10% off every single order you make. It's a promo code they came up with for the listeners of the Gary Brugman podcast, and we appreciate them. And wash your damn asses. Wash your taints.
Wash your taint. And I suggest you use the peppermint cool for a nice tingly taint sensation in the morning.
You know,
before your coffee.
You a tingly taint in the morning with your coffee.
Before your coffee.
You know, some people have been having an issues with that tingly taint. They're not used to it.
Oh. Especially if you're not expecting it.
Oh, yeah, baby.
At least our listeners, at least they're pre-prepared for the sensation.
Right?
But if you're not prepared for that sensation, you're going to be like, what the hell? But it ain't Bengay, and it doesn't, I'm telling you, go check it out.
That's
wild.
A tingly taint in the morning. No better way to start your day.
Ooh, well, there are a couple other ways, but yeah, that's a good way to start your day.
Brother. So, you know, I dedicate the episodes to somebody, right? But this ain't a somebody, all right? This is a special episode from something that I saw the other day, and I didn't know what I was seeing. I didn't know what I was seeing when I saw it, but then I saw it later on. You told me about it, and I've been hearing all about it, and I was like, I saw this. So
amazing.
This dedication is going out to the Trump train.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. The Trump train's coming through. That's right.
Drink to that.
I'm dedicating this episode to the Trump train, to the patriotic Americans who have taken it upon themselves, brother, to chase the Biden-Harris bus out of fucking Texas.
Yeah,
out of Texas,
buddy.
Man.
And they won. They did it. They succeeded.
Yep, they canceled the rest of their campaign in here in Texas, didn't he?
He fucking bailed out of Texas, and he's hiding in his basement.
Brother, here's a drink to you. To everybody at the Trump train.
Raise a glass.
There we go.
Good job, Austin.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I saw him in San Antonio when I took my mom to vote. The Biden
right.
vote.
San Antonio. Right,
Yep.
right. That's where the incident happened I told you about.
Yep. And dude, I sent you that video of that I took. You said that vehicle was in the video. I didn't even know that.
And you sent me the video, and I didn't say anything because I wanted to see, you know, what you had. And you actually have the two SUVs that were escorting the Biden bus.
Yep.
You caught both of them. So if anybody ever comes out and says, oh, those were just regular people driving down the road, driving down the highway, and they got swerved at by a big truck. No, it was the little white car.
Mm-hmm.
Gary caught him on film. Gary saw him in the parking lot.
Yep, I got him on video in my phone.
You know, that it was the guy in the white car that was trying to push this, like, I don't know if it was like a GMC, old Dodge Ram, a Ford.
Right.
It had to be a 2500 or better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was talking to those guys when I pulled in. I saw the bus. I was like, "What?" And I knew she was in Texas, but I didn't think she was coming to San Antonio. And I saw the Biden bus, and I pulled up, and I saw all these pickup trucks with Trump flags. And I stopped and talked to her. I said, "She's not here." And they're like, "No, she just took off from Fort Worth. I think she's heading to Austin or whatnot." And I was talking, and then the bus, they're like, "We got to go." And I pulled into the handicap spot to help my mom go vote. And the bus was leaving. I caught the video. And it wasn't until I was walking down the pathway that I saw the Trump train following the bus. I was like, "Are they following that?" You know, dude,
it was awesome.
It just takes like trolling to a whole new level, bro.
I forget. I should have wrote that, but I forget what highway they were on. And the Trump pickup trucks, like I said, 2500s are better. That
had to be I-35 truck. I-35.
Dude, they were flocked around this bus, all flying their flags. Who had 10 flags on their truck? Who had 5 flags? Who had 1? It was so inspirational. See them just like, I think I described it to you as if you've ever seen a hawk flying and the little blackbirds are going after the hawk and pecking the hawk. Yep. That was the Trump train. Nice. They were as annoying as those blackbirds on a hawk.
Right. Dude, that was insane. It was something crazy to see them just pull out after this bus, you know. And when I took my mom to vote, I walked her in, and they checked her IDs and stuff, and I can't vote, so I had to swear in so I can help my mom vote. I had to swear that I wasn't choosing her votes and all that, but you know, my mom did real well because she was like, okay. I talked her through it. They gave her a pencil. They made a sign in pencil, and I didn't think nothing of it. In pencil, yeah, because because of COVID, they're giving you a pencil so you can use the eraser to tap the screen. But then when you're signing, they made you sign in pencil, and I didn't even think anything of it. And then I listened to my buddy Joe Pags, and he was like, "Yeah, no, they can erase that," and it was like you were never there. Wow. I never even thought about that, man. It didn't even cross my mind. So, but she did vote, and she did real good, man. She's 87 years old, and she was looking. She goes, Donald Trump, and she hit it there, and she even knew John Cornyn. She hit, and then from there, I was just watching her, and she's like Republican. I was like, yeah, mama, good girl. So she did real good at that. She did real, but yeah, they gave us a freaking pencil, man.
A pencil?
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it one bit.
I bet you pens are cheaper than pencils to purchase.
Probably, but you know, with all this voter fraud and everything that's going to be happening, because you know it's going to be happening, bro. There ain't no ifs, ands, or any way around it that they're going to commit voter fraud on this election. The Democrat, the left is just straight up dirty, and it has gotten so fucking bad that it's disgusting. Before I just saw it as the other side. You know, we don't agree. You know, but I have come to the conclusion this election, with everything that's been happening, that the left is nothing but a bunch of dirty fucking scumbags. All right? They don't care about the country. They don't care about the people. They don't care what happens. I don't even understand why they're doing it, because they got to fucking live here too. Yeah. Why would they do this to themselves? You know? Money. And with everything going on, and, you know, freaking Biden and all this bullshit going on, it's just insane. And with everything you were telling me about California,
yeah, that's an interesting topic that has been brought up, that I believe, you know, like pre-plans, right? You know, United States does pre-planning. If this happens, we do this. If that happens, we do this. So apparently, after this election, shit's gonna hit the fan, because we see all these Democrat cities are boarding up all their main street windows and stuff. Right. They are preparing for a hurricane that's happening. So with that being said, California, it's suggested that California is going to secede from the union, and California doesn't have enough money to run themselves, and they're going to be funded by the Chinese. Now, the Chinese...
Now, do the Californians know this or what?
I doubt your average Joe.
Because there's a lot of conservatives in California. When you get outside of San Diego, Los Angeles, and the Bay Area, you know, when you get out of San Francisco and Oakland, where all the fucking libtards and everybody are at, there are a lot of gun-toting American conservatives, you know, and you know, in this country, brother, we fuck with California all the time. It's like, hey, don't California my Texas. You know, it's like, oh, California. Right. We all sit there and make fun of California, right? Because it is the most liberal state other than probably equal to New York, right?
Right. Down here in South Carolina, we see don't New York or South Carolina.
Right, exactly. But California we need to start sticking up for our Californian brothers that are out there, you know, because it's kind of like the Navy, because we're not going to let China take over freaking California. That's still our United State, you know. It's kind of like the Navy. Everybody fucks with the Navy. Nobody likes the Navy because Navies are freaking assholes and everything, right? But it's our Navy. We can mess with the Navy. You can't mess with the Navy. Don't talk shit about the Navy if you ain't in the service, you know. Right. So that's what we need to start doing with California. We need to just stand up for California just a little bit more, because we do have a lot of conservative brothers that are out there.
Where is the most money in California?
I would imagine it's Los Angeles.
Silicon Valley?
Yeah, Silicon Valley. Yep. Napa Valley, Silicon Valley. Yep.
All right. So that's where that's where the influence is. So with that,
that's where Google's at.
It is known now. There's information that is being leaked out, and stories are gonna drop this week, man. They're gonna blow people's minds away. And one of them being that the Chinese, I guess if the Chinese live somewhere, it's like a consulate, right?
Right. Embassy.
An embassy, right? But if they're not at the embassy and they're on a property where they're all a mansion where most of them live in, not in the embassy, what is that considered?
I don't know.
Just a property, right?
Yeah, diplomatic property. Yeah,
diplomatic property. So in a diplomatic property, there is millions. Listen to me, millions of rounds stashed at this property. There are thousands upon thousands of AK-47s stashed at this property. And there is at least one pallet of gold stashed at this property.
And this is a Chinese property? Diplomatic property? No shit. Huh. Well,
so
we're not going
to... They have the money to buy people.
Right. But who are they gonna buy? Ain't no American gonna do that. Even if they are, unless they're gonna go with freaking China.
Yeah, I could just say that the Bidens are Americans. They sold out.
This is true. Look at that shit. A pallet of gold can buy a lot of people.
See how quick I sell out. Give me a bar of gold. See how quick I sell out. Because I'll be that fucking spy saying, "Look, they gave me a pound of gold. I'm in. I'm gonna start sending you information, Gary. Make sure you get it to Trump." You know?
Right. Right. Swifty, you need a job.
Send me some gold.
But dude, that's even more of a reason. Even more of a reason we need to stick up for California.
That's a coup. That's a coup ready to happen.
Yeah, but a coup is when your own people throw it over. If it's the Chinese, it's a fucking invasion. If it's another country, it's an invasion. A coup happens when your own people overthrow the government.
What do you call Antifa?
Well, yeah, that's them motherfuckers. Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying, if they're rising up and shit's getting ready to hit the fan after this election, which we know a red wave is coming.
So you're telling me
where the people stand.
So you're telling me that after Tuesday, some ugly shit's gonna happen. Quite possible, some ugly shit's gonna happen in California, and I can't vote and I can't freaking defend myself. Ain't that some fucking shit?
Ain't that some fucking shit? But you know what? When the bodies start dropping in the street, Gary, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about nothing, because the laws change.
You know, I get it, but it's still this whole
the laws of man change. You know, you go out there with your battle axe, I know you'll split a wig open.
Fuck yeah, you know I will. You know, but
the element of surprise is the factor.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna let that. I'm not gonna let nobody take over my country. I've taken the oath twice in my life, and I'm not gonna let that happen. Even if I got to go out there with freaking chopsticks, which believe me, I'll have a little more than chopsticks. But I'm just saying,
our oaths never expire.
They don't.
More patriotism in this country.
Yep.
More patriotism, less television.
And it still pisses me off that I couldn't get out there and cast my own vote. Cast my own vote for the president.
I know.
I mean, even though if it's only me, if it's only one vote, I needed to do my part. But I took my mom, so I did my part, which is the best that I can do. And my mom's vote, I know she voted the right way because I was standing there watching her, and that counts as my vote. So
right.
But even still, I still want to cast my own fucking vote. I want my name on there.
Right. And dude, we're working for it.
I get it, man. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop, brother. What? I just dawned on me, bro. You know what just fucking dawned on me?
What's up?
Why didn't I think about this earlier?
Talk to me.
I could have had some Pardon Gary Brugman flags made up with Trump 2020 on the bottom. And
threw them on your truck?
Threw them on my truck and followed the freaking Lady Trump freaking bus around. Why didn't I think of that? Dude, I'm gonna make them freaking flags. I'm gonna make those flags. And you know what? I'm gonna ask Tank.
I'll buy one.
I'm gonna ask Tank. I'm gonna ask Tank, see if he'll make it for me. Say, Tank.
Hey, all our listeners, you'll sell at least 3 because the 2 listeners we got in me.
Right.
You'll sell at least 3.
Yep. I'll buy one. You'll buy one, and freaking Dave DeVito will buy one. Dave DeVito will buy one. Fly that motherfucker up in Chicago.
Carrie will buy one.
Carrie will buy one. Yep. Pack and Granny will buy one.
Yep. Swifty. Where's my Swifty can? Swifty!
There you go. More cowbell. We need more cowbell.
Swifty needs more cowbell.
So, bro.
What's up?
What the fuck is happening in New York City?
The election.
Really? So New York City's been a ghost town, right? New York City's been a ghost town.
They canceled Halloween. First of all, the Governor Cuomo and
what a douchebag.
Mayor Bill de
Blasio.
They canceled Halloween there in New York.
Fucking bastards.
It is. Fresh air. They are condemning New Yorkers for going out and getting fresh air now. All right, so my kid runs up to that person's door. He's just going to say hi, and they give him a piece of candy.
It's
How
insane.
could you cancel Halloween?
It's insane, and they got the nerve to talk about everybody else.
Oh well, yeah, they're doing a great job, and Cuomo's doing a great job in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Freaking loser. I remember a couple of episodes ago. Well, not a couple, but more like towards the beginning when we first started doing a podcast. I told you I had a friend in upstate New York, and yes. and she was all about Cuomo and how he's doing so great. And I was like, "Don't tell me you're a Cuomo sexual." And she goes, "I am. Remember I told you about her?"
Yeah. She's a Libby.
Well, no, she just told me that she voted for what she believed the country needed, and it sure as hell wasn't Kamala Harris.
Wow.
Yep. Oh. I was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "Baby, I'm so proud of you."
She woke up. She saw what their plan is.
Yep. And like I said, she's pretty left wing. She lives in upstate New York, in Middletown, New York, and she freaking voted Trump, bro.
It's a vote for America.
That's what it is. That's what this country needs. We need our president to continue. I mean, you need to get out there and vote. Ignore the noise. And follow your own choice. All right?
Yep.
Ignore the noise. Follow your own. You know in your heart what this freaking country needs. Don't follow this because you don't like Trump. You know he's a fucking good president. Everybody knows it, but they just don't fucking like him because he's doing so good and they just can't fucking stand it. They can't stand it, So this is the most important election of my and our lifetime. As far as I can remember, I'm 54 years old. I remember presidents all the way back to freaking Lyndon B. Johnson. I was a real little kid, but I remember when Nixon became president and Johnson was, president. I remember that vaguely, but I remember that.
70s. No, 60s.
69. Yeah, I was freaking 4 years old. I remember when Nixon became president.
Right.
All right. So in my lifetime, this is the most important election because the country is so fucking upside down right now. You know? I mean,
I agree.
I mean, it wasn't, I don't remember it even being this bad when fucking Carter was president and Reagan took over. I mean, the shit was bad. New York City was broke. New York City was a fucking hellhole. It was the subways were an electric sewer. Yeah, the subways. The subways were an electric sewer, you know? Yeah. And that's what they were. And Reagan came in. I remember the country booming up. People started respecting. I remember he bombed Gaddafi. That's when he put Gaddafi in check. We never had another freaking problem with Gaddafi. And remember the Achille Lauro? He threw an American off the freaking boat in a wheelchair into the water.
Yeah.
Remember that? The Achille Lauro?
Yep.
And freaking what President Reagan do? Exactly. Freaking Gaddafi woke up one morning. He was like, oh my, what's that noise? And he opened the windows to the palace and saw 2 fucking F-14 Tomcats coming right in his palace.
Yep.
We blew his up, killed his 5-year-old son, and that son of a bitch never gave us another fucking problem. All right?
Because that's how quick America gets on your ass.
And people know that President Trump is the right choice, but they just don't freaking like him. Okay? Our country needs all of you to get out there and vote. All right. Please. Everybody needs to get out there. I keep looking at the wrong camera. Everybody needs to get out there and vote.
Please get out there and vote, man.
Quit your bullshit. Get off your asses and get out there and vote for President Donald Trump's re-election. All right. I need you to do the right thing. I can't vote. All right. I need you to do the right thing. Somebody said, hey, you should just go try. They won't even really notice. I'm one of those that doesn't do illegal shit.
They make you sign in pencil. It's okay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit, right?
I feel where that person is coming from.
No shit. But, I mean, you need to get out there and vote, and that's the way to make the difference, all right? That's the way to make the difference. Bring a pen. Bring a pen when you go vote on Tuesday.
Black ink.
Why black ink? I like blue.
Well, anything, yeah, so either black or blue.
Okay.
Yes, either black
because if not, it's going to be black and blue.
Well, if not, it's going to be black and blue.
That's right, homie.
Wait, I'll do my Alex Jones. The country needs you.
That's right.
The country needs you to get out there and vote. Vote now. They're eating babies.
Is it my turn now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I always want to do an impression of Alex Jones. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was actually pretty damn good.
Okay, it's your turn.
For those of you that don't know, he just blacked himself out.
Okay, it's your turn.
All right,
you can
brother.
See my eyes. Look, you can see my eyes.
So getting back to New York City, brother.
I got eyes like a cat. Look at that.
So getting back to New York City, brother. There are riots in Union Square. Riots in Union Square.
Worse than riots.
Then what was happening?
They were trying to set up an autonomous zone, bro.
Really?
In Union Square, yeah.
Who, Antifa or Black Lives Matter?
They tried that shit. It was BLM.
BLM? And they tried to set up
an autonomous zone. They had an all call for police officers.
No shit.
Right, all departments, all call, and they went out there. It was a battle all night from like when the sun came down, and you saw bike cops. They broke out the old NYPD riot gear with the light blue.
Oh, no kidding! The light blue on the black on the back and the black on the front.
No,
yeah,
they had the shields on it.
Yep. It was black in the front, light blue in the back, and the shield.
Yep,
dude, that's retro, bro.
That's like 70s.
Now, did they break 70s. Out the old helmets? Or did they just paint new helmets to look like that?
No, these were the old NYPD
really,
helmets, bro. I felt bad because I'm like, the people running around had better helmets on than the NYPD did with the light blue ones. Wow. So they were fighting all night long in Union Square. Over Union Square. They were trying to set up an autonomous zone, and NYPD said, "Fuck you." I bet you they told Bill de Blasio, "Go fuck yourself." That's against what the NYPD is here to do.
Right. Well, maybe freaking Chief Commissioner Shea is finally standing up and saying, "You know what? Screw you. I'm going to lose my job anyway."
Dude, I mean, Shea.
I don't know about that dude sometimes, man. Sometimes he makes some great decisions. Other times, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Stand up for your troops.
Yeah, I don't think he has a mean bone in his body.
And he needs to if he's going to be the freaking police commissioner. He needs to.
You got to be aggressive. You got to be an alpha, man. You got to be an alpha.
Yep. Dude, there have been some good police commissioners, but freaking Bernard Carrick, bro. Bernard Carrick is just the man that knows the job. And I remember when they were when the thing was going on, when they were dumping buckets of water on the cops, remember, and hitting them with the freaking bottles of water and wetting down the cops. He's like, I would have sent 1,000 fucking police officers to that block. To
that block, right?
To that block,
that intersection.
Yep, exactly. He goes, I would have shut that motherfucker down. And then those were his words that he said on his power, to shut that motherfucker down.
Of course, you have to exert law and order.
You do.
Chaos is unacceptable.
Let me tell you something, man. Nobody's got any more reason to be pissed off at the fucking government than me.
Exactly.
All right? And I'm not. Because we need government. You need government, all right? We need government because without government, look at what we have now. We got fucking chaos. All right?
And we have worse than chaos. We have anarchy.
Exactly. And that's what you have without government. Okay? So sometimes you need to change the players that are in government. Okay? But you need government. You need police. You need, law and order. All right? This defund the cops bullshit, fuck that. Okay? We need to defend the cops. We need to refund the cops.
Train the cops.
Dude,
more training.
Let me tell you something. When I was leaving the AT&T Center here in San Antonio after voting with my mom,
right?
I got approached by this lady with a clipboard, and she wanted me to sign this thing that says that they wanted more. They wanted to know what the police was doing. I forgot her exact words. They wanted to know what the cops were doing. They wanted to train the cops better. They wanted to hold the cops accountability. That's right. More accountability on the police department. I was like, and I told her, I said,
transparentness.
I said, I'm going to pass on that. And she says, really? Why? I said, people just need to fucking behave themselves and obey the law.
Right.
The police are well trained. Okay. The police are well trained. They know how to handle situations. Now, when you freaking mouth off to a cop, that's a whole different story. Can you imagine mouthing off to a New York City cop back in the late 70s, early 80s? Dude,
hell no, not even through the 90s.
You'd have had a freaking Coca-Cola in the mouth. You'd have had a Coca-Cola in the mouth. Was that appropriate? Probably not. But you know what? You respected the cops. You respected the damn cops.
If you were doing something wrong, you learned to stay away from them, stay out of their sight.
Exactly.
Because if they saw you, you were getting cracked.
Exactly.
Bad people get cracked. Good people, citizens that go on in the daily life, yeah, that's how they take care of the scum that's out there that's trying to hurt us or steal from us or rob from us.
Cops can't do their jobs now. All right? Crime is going through the roof nationwide. Cops are sitting there with their hands tied because mayors don't want them to do their jobs. They're afraid to do their jobs. Why did I get jammed up? I wasn't afraid to do my job. I wasn't afraid to do my job at all.
You did your job too good.
Exactly. And then that was the problem that I had. I mean, I did the job the way I was supposed to. And what happened? I got burnt for it. I got burnt for it. And it's just kind of crazy as to what happens, man. I mean, I don't know. Like hold on. Hold on. Check this out, man. Check this out. All right. This is an interview that I did in 2007. All right. And the guy's name is Roger Hedgecock. Okay.
Okay.
The guy's name is Roger Hedgecock, and I'm coming up to speak. And this was a year after I got out of the prison. All right. Check this out.
was the first Border Patrol agent. Gary Brugman was the first Border Patrol agent persecuted by Johnny Sutton, or Johnny Satan, which is the correct pronunciation of his name. Gary Brugman lost everything. Gary Brugman served time because he dared to do his job, because he dared to do his job, the job we the people want him to do. He's an American hero. Welcome, Gary Brugman.
That was in 2007 in Phoenix, Arizona. All right.
Oh, of an introduction.
And right now, cops are afraid to do their jobs. And I tell my agents all the time, and I told them when I was under investigation, do your job, do what you're supposed to. And they're like, why? So I can end up in jail like you or behind the cameras like you? I was like, don't even think about that, because if you think about that, you're going to get fucking hurt. All right. If you second guess exactly, if you second guess your actions, you're going to get hurt. Do what you're taught all the time. And cops can't do that anymore. They cannot do that. And that's why shit's going to get ugly before it gets freaking better. And after this election, I don't even want to know what's going to happen. I'm getting ready to protect myself and my mom with whatever I can, you know. But eventually it's going to get better. It has to. Everything's got to peak. It has to. These motherfuckers are going to get tired, you know. And it's going to start all over again when Donald Trump Jr. or Ivanka Trump runs for presidency in 2024. All right. But still, we need the police. We need law and order. Who's going to protect us? You know, that's the job of the government.
Who's going to come? Who are you going to call?
Exactly.
Who are you going to call? If you don't ever call the police for every problem that you have, someone's sick, your house got robbed, you got assaulted, you know, God forbid, a family member got shot and killed.
Right.
If you've never called a government agency for help, then you could talk shit.
Right.
But until then, shut your freaking mouth and obey the law like the rest of us citizens.
That's it. And that's right. That's right. Do what you're told. But dude, we gotta stop. We went a little bit over here. We're gonna go ahead and take a little break. Hey America, hey Texas. I've mentioned before that the Gary Brugman podcast is proud to have been picked up and is now part of the Heroes Media Group network. Check out their articles and other podcasts on heroesmediagroup.com, and you can find us there as well. We're on the shows page when you go through their website, or you can go to GaryBrugman.com and check us out there as well. We got links to all the episodes. All right, and we need to thank Active Carry Technologies. It's Active Carry Tech, TEC, on the internet. And Active Carry Technologies was developed for everyone. And after several years of developing kits with state and federal agencies, they said that they saw an opportunity to cover a few concepts that were being ignored. The first idea was that everyone is capable of being a first responder. So go to activecarrytech.com or ActiveCarry on Instagram, and Active Carry Nation as a backup. And check out their IFAKs, their tactical kits, their merchandise, all kinds of stuff, because they are so great, man. And I fucking love them so much.
I fucking love those guys. I fucking love their Instagram.
I fucking love their IFAKs.
They showed a great Instagram post of a girl taking shells. She took a hot shell down the shirt. It was hysterical.
Nice. They post some great stuff over there, Active Carry. So follow them again on Instagram at Active Carry and ActiveCarryNation.com as a backup. And of course, we need to thank America Bourbon. America Bourbon. Recon Marine owned, bottled in Galveston, Texas. America Bourbon gives back to several nonprofit organizations such as TAPS and Recon Sniper Foundation and several others. It's aged in oak for a minimum of 1 year, and you can get a quality bourbon at an affordable shelf price of $21 to $24. It's carried in 45 states. Look at that beautiful label, America Bourbon.
America, Recon
made. That's right. Get you some America Bourbon.
America Bourbon.
And last but not least, we need to thank
Who's that?
Swifty. Swifty.
More cowbell for Swifty.
More cowbell.
Love you, Swift.
Hey, man, I don't know where Swifty's been. I haven't heard from him in about a week and a half, which is odd because I hear from him all the time. He's tagged me on a few things on Facebook, but nah, man, I haven't heard from him in a minute. So I need to holler at him. I'll probably holler at him this week, and I'll bring you an update on the Swift Master. Eric?
Yes.
Love you, brother. Swifty's Motorcycle Shop in Crowley, Texas. If you've never been there, check it out. Go to my webpage, GaryBrugman.com. Scroll down to where the sponsors are at, and you'll find the link to all the sponsors. Click on Swifty. It'll take you to his Facebook page. You can get hold of him there. And the man took good care of me. Go to my webpage again and go to the gallery and check out my motorcycle. I got hit in 2016, wrecked it, gave him a basket case, and the man made my vision come through. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate it.
Beautiful. Good man, that's Swifty.
Swifty. So, brother, now that we're back on the second half of this part, I have some sad news.
Oh no.
Very bad. SHOT Show has been canceled.
Oh.
SHOT Show has been canceled. I have never been to SHOT Show. Nobody's ever taken me. And this was the first time I had the opportunity to possibly go because we are a podcast and we are media. And I was going to actually get a little booth.
Wow.
I was going to get a little booth at SHOT Show so that we can do some interviews. And I know people that are going to be out there, Chris Peranto, JP Cervantes, TJ from Tactical Shit. And, you know, we're going to do some live interviews. But SHOT Show has been canceled.
Dude, that's huge.
Canceled, bro. But,
Wow.
but.
And that wasn't scheduled till February
January.
2021.
January, yeah. End of January. But
wow.
Me and one Mr. JP Cervantes.
JP Cervantes.
We
calls me Cuban Peace. I'm the king of the rhubarb beat. When I play the mamas, I go. Chicky boom, chicky boom. How about that, JP?
He's gonna love that
video. I got that video, JP. Like it's a little rough, but I'll work on it, okay, pal?
Oh my God, that just made my night.
You didn't think I was gonna do it, did you?
Holy no, I did not. I did not. Well,
surprise, motherfucker.
Me and one JP Cervantes might still go back to Vegas and hit that Circle Bar just for the fuck of it. We're gonna go to Vegas anyway.
Oh shit, I want to go.
Well, you know, you can either drive or you can fly. I'll fly you out there, but you know.
To hang out with you and JP Cervantes, I would fly.
All right, well, we just might make that happen. So you'll fly to Vegas, but you won't fly to Panama to go fishing with us.
I said to hang out with you and JP Cervantes, I'd fly.
All right, we're going fishing. Fishing. Go fish.
I like watching fishing.
There we go.
You fish, I'll watch.
That's fine, as long as you're there.
I'm the man behind the lens. You know me.
That's fine. As long as you're there, we're good. So I got some plans for this podcast now. I'm still trying to.
Am I being replaced? Am I being replaced? Is this how you telling me?
No, it's not your day off. You need to get fired on your day off.
Oh, hold on. Wait, it's my day off. Here you go.
You're fired. You'd have to actually be hired in order to get fired, wouldn't you? So, no.
I would.
But I'm still trying to learn that Streamlabs OBS. Everybody uses it. And all these little gamer freaking people use it. And I can't figure it out to do what I need to do with it. So, but I'm still working on it. All right.
Okay.
I got my little stream deck here going on. I want to make this podcast better for the people. But for those of you that listen to podcasts and watch this podcast and don't know, me and TJ basically do everything. All right. I'm the booker, the scheduler, the producer, the engineer, the host. He's the co-host.
I'm the voice.
He's the voice. I mean, we do everything ourselves, put it out there. And I don't know how to do a lot of this shit. So I'm still learning. And everything that we've been doing, I've just been picking up piece by piece. So, you know, we're working on it. We want to bring you a better podcast, which is why we need you to smash the like button, watch us on YouTube. I mean, if you like the podcast, tell everybody. Tell people about the podcast. Tell them to get out there and leave us a review. If everybody tells 2-3 people, man, I mean, we'll grow. We will grow. I'm trying to make this podcast grow. And, you know, hey, I'm trying to make Joe Rogan number 2. I know I'm not Joe Rogan. I'm far from Joe Rogan. I'm probably not even a pimp on Joe Rogan's ass. You know?
Who's Joe Rogan?
But
who's Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan's a guy with $100 million podcast. That's who Joe Rogan is.
That doesn't mean anything in my world.
Well, you know, in this podcast world, it means a whole lot because I need to make him number 2 because I'm going to get the $150 million podcast. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, Gary,
sure.
Let's go back into it with the attitude that we had early on. Fuck it, we're just 2 guys talking.
That's
man.
all it is.
Listen to us. If you like watching us on YouTube, smash the like button, click subscribe, hit all notifications, leave us a comment after every video you watch. Leave comments on the what are they called? Podcast. See, I don't even know. Like I got a microphone because I wanted to look cool like you know? Like
No, you got a microphone because you needed the microphone.
That's no, because my wife was like, "Look at Gary, he looks so cool." I was like, "Well, I can't let Gary outshine me." Of course, I look
cool. Come on,
I can't let Gary outshine me. So you know, I ordered the $30 special over here. You know, and it works beautiful.
Works great.
As long as I got my mouth on it like this, you tell me.
Yep. But yeah, and share the podcast. If you like the podcast, share it. Let everybody know. Leave us 5 stars and a short review. If you don't like it, fuck it. Don't listen to it. Plain and simple. Yeah. You know?
If you don't want to tell Gary's story to the person, tell them where to find it, where they can listen to it from Gary himself.
That's it.
Or better yet, like we said, give Larry. Hey, Larry. How you doing, Larry? Welcome to the show. We now have a Larry character, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be watching on YouTube for that one.
Yeah, but you know, we're trying to move this podcast up, and then there are people that like the podcast that listen to it, and I got some plans. I'm still trying to make it better, and it'll get better. It's been, dude. If you listen to episode 4 when I had Daryl Bowling on, retired Master Trooper from the Virginia State Police, Daryl Bowling, and you listen to us now, what a difference! What a difference back then. You know, I mean, it's crazy.
This is a hobby. Let's be honest, this is a hobby.
This is my therapy.
This is therapy. It started off as therapy, just talking to each other, right?
I started this podcast because I wanted to have that much more of a reach to the president for my case, so I can get my pardon. That's the whole reason I started this podcast. That was it. That was the sole reason, was to reach the president.
And then...
And it started developing, and it started moving, and now it's become like a therapy for me because now people are listening. And like last week, you were sick, you weren't feeling well last week. I was hurting last week after that 9-mile hike, and I was dealing with my mom, and we didn't put out a podcast. The first podcast that we actually missed, We've been late. But we've always came up with a bonus episode. That's the first podcast in 66 episodes that we missed. And my DMs and texts blew up, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Blew up. I must have gotten at least 60 texts, about 30 different messages. You know.
Where's the podcast?
Where's the podcast?
Can't find it.
You know, so we must be doing something right. And I'm glad those people that asked us about the podcast did, because it shows us that you actually like it. And we want to thank you for that. Thank you so much, because really, this is just me and my brother talking and having a good time and thinking that we're something. You know, we are. We're just, you know. So
right, look at the name, Big Daddy Roughneck.
Yeah, you know, it's like, dude, I like when I do this podcast, I've listened to Joe Pags for a long time, so I kind of roll myself after him, you know. And I just saw Matt Best on the Chad Prather podcast, right?
I like Matt. Like Matt.
Matt's cool as shit, and Chad Prather's the bomb too, man. Chad Prather's my boy.
Of course I like Chad.
Yeah, you gotta like Chad, man.
Of course.
But his podcast is such a visual experience, you know. And I was talking to my girl CJ who works with Chad, and when I first met her, and she was like, you need to do this and you need to that, and I'll help you get your podcast out, and I'm like, but I don't talk like Chad. And she just crossed out and looked at me. She goes, nobody talks like Chad. And it's true, man. That motherfucker spits out some shit that's just fucking fantastic, man. And
right.
And he's a big inspiration to me, you know. He's a big inspiration to me, and I'm glad I have the freaking honor of calling him a bro, you know.
Right.
And December 5th, Canyon Lake, I'll be there. And Canyon Lake, brother. Canyon Lake, it's freaking 20 minutes from me.
This guy over here.
What? So I said SHOT Show's been canceled. Mm-hmm. Podcast plans, we got it covered. Got a lot of things about to happen. And last but not least, I want to ask everybody to toss some prayers towards my mom. My mom, obviously, y'all know she is dying of cancer. She's got bladder cancer, stage 3. I've been taking care of her. She's got some dementia too. And I finally got her moved out of her apartment. It was rough because I got a bad neck, bad back, bad ankles, bad knees. And I hired some college hunks hauling junk. That was the name of the company, College Hunks Hauling Junk. And they came and moved all the stuff and took it away with them. And my friend from Fort Worth, Kim, she came and helped me out to move out the rest of the stuff. And Kimfer, thank you so much. You're awesome, Kimfer. You're the bomb. And I couldn't have done it without her. She got up there and she was basically my arms and legs because I couldn't do shit, basically, you know. But we got her done, moved out, and and just today my mom says, so when am I going back to my apartment? I'm like, Mom, we just moved everything out. Remember, the apartment's empty. And she's like, I don't remember. Oh. So for those of you that have noticed that I'm not posting as much as I am anymore, and I haven't been as vocal and whatnot. And whatnot. Oh,
and there she is.
And there she is.
Talking about her.
And there she is. She wants me to open up her bottle of Coke because.
Ah, Mama. See, that's all. She needs a little help. That's all.
Okay, walk around this way, Mom. Walk around this way. Watch your step. Don't fall. That's okay. Leave the door.
Is she coming to hang out with us?
Yep. Here she comes. She got up out of the middle. Here she comes.
Hey, there she is, the little lady herself.
There she goes. That's my mama. That's TJ.
Oh, hi.
You talk to him every day.
It's the hat. Yes. It's the hat. I got the hat on.
You talk to him on my phone every day.
Hi, TJ. Good night.
Hi, Mama. Good night. Sleep well.
He said it. Tell her again.
Good night, Mama. Sleep well.
Sleep well. You too. I love you.
Love you too. Thank you.
All right. Get out of my studio. Let's go.
Get out of my studio. March. Don't talk to her like that.
Let's go. March. Hup, hup, hup. There she goes. She marching. She marching like this.
All she needed was a Pepsi open. That was it.
That's it. So, as y'all can see, and those of you that can't see, that has become my life now. And that
beautiful thing of you doing as a son, bro. It's very beautiful. Not many people could step up like you are.
You know, I was a pretty rotten son when I was a kid. I was a New York City street kid, and I was pretty rough, bro. I put it through some hell, and now is my time to pay it back.
Beautiful.
Now's my time to pay it back. So, and the only thing, and now I'm going to bring this back to me because it's one thing that she always asks. She asks me every day, have I gotten my pardon? Have I gotten my pardon? Because it's the one thing that, you know, I would love to be pardoned before she passes so that she can see it, you know, so that she can be like, okay, he's done. He's going to be good, you know?
Right.
So, And it just kind of sucks.
We're praying for that too, brother. We're all praying for that. We're working towards it.
I know it, bro. I know it. All right. Shout outs. Anybody you want to shout out to? Anybody on your end?
Let's shout out a listener on Long Island who happens to be a friend of mine. Joe Bergio is a faithful listener. He listens to us first and Joe Rogan second.
Nice. See, that's what the rest of the nation needs to do. Okay.
He said we're in his top 5 listening of
Joe Bergio
of iPod of podcasts. Yes, Joe Bergio. I call him Broccoli because when I used to work with him, his hair was so long on top but shaved on the sides, it looked like broccoli. You know, Joe
Brock. Joe Brock. Thanks for listening, brother. That's a good shout out right there. Anybody else on your end?
No, that's it. I gotta keep it quiet and quaint, you know.
I want to shout out to my bro Mike Butson. He was my boss when I worked over at Gold Spur, and right away he heard my story and he didn't think twice about hiring me. I hadn't driven a truck in almost 20 years for a living when I first started the oil field, and somebody told him about me and he said bring him down. And when I went to go apply, I said, yeah, I'm here to see Mike Butson. I got a job interview. And the girl was like, well, we only do job interviews on this day and that day. And this wasn't one of those days. And I was like, okay, right. I thought he was expecting me. And then he happened to walk in and she says, well, there's Mike right there, but we don't do interviews on these days. And he goes, are you Gary? And I was like, yeah. He goes, he's hired. That was my interview.
Wow. Nice guy. Wow.
And this dude always had all the faith in me, bro. All the faith in me. I remember when I was becoming a trainer. All right. I was becoming a trainer. My very first time I became a trainer in the oil field, teaching people how to drive truck. Well, not drive trucks, but how to load and unload oil, load, transport, and unload crude oil safely. He wanted to be a trainer. I was like, I don't want to be a trainer. I just want to drive a truck. And he's like, well, I need you to be a trainer. I was like, listen, dude, I don't want to be a trainer. I just want to drive a truck. But if you need me to be a trainer, I will do it just because you gave me a chance, and I'll do it for you. And he crossed his arms. He goes, yeah, I need you to be a trainer. I was like, fuck. But dude, me and this guy, we're blood and guts, and I love him to death. Mike Butson, I love you, love your family, love your kids. God bless you, brother. Stay safe on the road. And you know what time it is, bro?
What time is it? Oh, no. Well, that concludes this episode of the Gary Brugman podcast. Please like and subscribe on social media. I am your man, Big Daddy Roughneck, saying stay frosty and always watch your six.
That's right, everybody. It is the end of the show. I want to say thank you for listening. 68 episodes already, man. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay vigilant, be savage. God, Texas, and honor first. God bless y'all. God bless America. We love you. And that's a wrap, brother.